Hello dear students. In continuation with previous lecture, we are going to discuss about some next questions. Question number 9. What is the role of seminal vesicle and the prostrate gland? The answer, before writing answer, we must know where the seminal vesicle is located and where prostate glands are also located. In testes, semen formation takes place. Sperm formation takes place, not semen. Sperm formation takes place. Sperm is carried towards seminal vesicle. So seminal vesicle is a bag-like structure where these sperm cells are stored. So this is the position of seminal vesicle, and after seminal vesicle there is a prostate glands. This prostate glands secretes certain types of nutrients as well as certain types of enzymes. So what is the role of seminal vesicle and prostate gland? Let us discuss. The secretion from seminal vesicle and prostate glands lubricate the sperms and provide a fluid medium for easy transport of sperms. Their secretion also provide nutrients in the form of fructose, calcium and some enzymes. Next question is question number 10. What are the changes seen in girls at the time of puberty? We have discussed about this. What are the changes during puberty in girls? Same is the question in boys also. So both way question can be asked. So answer will go like: secondary sexual characteristics in girls, increase in breast size and darkening of skin of the nipple present at the tip of the breast. Then appearance of hairs in the genital areas, appearance of hairs in other areas of skin like underarms, face, hands and legs, increase in the size of uterus and ovaries. Beginning of menstrual cycle can be a change seen in the girls at the time of puberty. More secretion of oil from the skin which result in the appearance of pimples on the face. Even waist size increases, that can be a characteristics. Then buttocks become rounded, that can be a characteristic. Okay, so these are some characteristics which are observed during puberty in girls. Question number 11. How does the embryo gets nourishment inside the mother's body? So umbilical cord we have talked about, which provides nourishment. It is also called as a placenta. So the answer is, the embryo develops inside the mother's body for about 9 months inside the uterus. The outer tissue surrounding the embryo develops finger-like projections called villi. These villi are surrounded by uterine tissues and maternal blood. They provide a large surface area for exchange of oxygen and nutrients. Also, there is a special tissue called placenta. It is also called as umbilical cord, which is embedded in the uterine wall. The embryo receives the oxygen and nutrients from the mother's blood via the placenta. The waste material produced by the embryo are also removed through the placenta. Next question is question number 12. If a woman is using a copper T, will it help in protecting her from sexually transmitted diseases? About this also we have discussed. One of the students have asked me this question after the lecture, whether copper T will save from sexually transmitted disease. Obviously answer is no. Copper T is placed in the uterus, but during sexual discourse direct contact of genital organs will come and these fluids will intermix with each other. Copper T only serves as an agent which will release copper ions in the uterus, which will make sperm handicap. Their tails will get cut and they cannot swim, so that they will not fertilize. So puberty is not an option. So the answer, during answer, while writing answer, you have to write no. Using a puberty will not provide protection from sexually transmitted diseases, as it does not prevent the entry of semen. It only prevents the implantation of the embryo in the uterus. Then question number 13. Asexual reproduction takes place through budding in. Here multiple choice type of question is there. Multiple choice type of question. Asexual reproduction takes place through budding in. Budding किस में होता है? ईस्ट में भी होता है, हाइड्रा में भी होता है ना. सो amoeba, yeast, plasmodium, leishmania, these are the options. Asexual reproduction takes place through budding in yeast. Question number 14. Which of the following is not part of female reproductive system in human being? Female reproductive system. Try to understand. Ovaries are present in the female, uterus is present in the female. Vast difference where it is present in male, which carry sperms from testes. So this is a vast difference which is not present in the female reproductive system. Fallopian tube is present in the female reproductive system. So vast difference is not part of the female reproductive system in human beings. Question number 15. The anther contains what? Sepal, ovule, carpel and pollen grains. So pollen grain will be the answer. Sepals are non essential whole. We have spoken about sepal and petal. Ovules are present in the female reproductive part, that is carpel is also a name of another, and that is pistils, another name is carpel. So pollen grain will be the answer. The anther contains pollen grains. What are the advantages of sexual reproduction over asexual reproduction? This question I have told you to write about homework. Once again we will discuss here. Advantages of sexual reproduction are: in sexual reproduction more variations are produced, thus it ensures survival of species in a population. The new formed individuals has characteristics of both the parents. Variations are more viable in sexual mode than in asexual one. This is because in sexual reproduction DNA has no function inside the inherited cellular apparatus. So sexual reproduction is superior than asexual reproduction. Question number 17. What are the functions performed by testes in human beings? So function of testes we have to discuss. The testes are male reproductive organs that are located outside the abdominal cavity. I told you they are hanging outside the abdominal cavity in male within a pouch called a scrotum. Functions of testes are to produce sperms and produce a hormone called testosterone, which brings about secondary sexual characters in a boy. So this was about functions of testes. Testosterone hormone is secreted by testes in males, and which gives secondary sexual characteristics in males, that is formation of mustaches, broadening of shoulders, okay, and then beard. All these characters, secondary sexual characters, are due to testosterone. Next question. Why does menstruation occurs? So we have discussed about this also. If egg does not get fertilized in the fallopian tube, the egg go on rolling and it comes to the uterus. The outermost covering of egg contains certain types of hormones which will diffuse in the uterus and will make menstruation happen. So menstruation is a process in which blood and mucus flow out every month through the vagina. The process occurs every month because one egg is released from the ovary every month, and at the same time the uterus, that is womb, prepares itself to receive the fertilized egg. Thus, the inner lining of the uterus gets thickened and is supplied with blood to nourish the embryo. If the egg does not get fertilized, then the lining of the uterus breaks down slowly and get released in the form of blood and mucus from the vagina. So this was about the question how menstruation cycle takes place every month and why menstruation occurs every month. Now next question is, draw a label diagram of longitudinal section of flower. So this is the diagram for in which you have to show sepals, petals, stamen and carpel. Okay, so different parts of the flower you have to show here. It is expected very easy figure in from 7th standard we have about this diagram, so nothing is difficult to draw this diagram. Diagram should be scientifically correct, that's it. Okay, then next question is, what are the different methods of contraception? The contraceptive methods can be broadly divided into the following types, in which first is natural method. It involves avoiding the chances of meeting of sperm and ovum. In this method, the sexual act is avoided from day 10th to 17th of menstrual cycle, because during this period ovulation is expected and therefore the chances of fertilization are very high. So this is natural method, avoid copulation between 10th to 17th day of menstruation cycle. Then barrier method is there. In this method, the fertilization of ovum and sperm is prevented with the help of barriers. Barriers are available for both male and female. Condoms are barriers made of thin rubber that are used to cover penis in male and vagina in female. We discussed while contraceptive methods. Oral contraceptives are there. Then pills we have discussed, Saheli, Maladi. In this method, tablets or drugs are taken orally. This contains small doses of hormones that prevent the release of egg and thus fertilization cannot occur. So this was about oral contraceptives. Implants and surgical methods is the next. Contraceptive devices such as the loop or Puberty are placed in uterus to prevent pregnancy. Some surgical methods can also be used to block this gamete transfer. It includes the blocking of vas deferens, called as a vasectomy, but it is permanent method then. Similarly, fallopian tube of the female can be blocked so that the egg will not reach the uterus, known as tubectomy. So vasectomy and tubectomy, vasectomy in males, tubectomy in females. Next question is question number 21. How are the modes of reproduction different in unicellular and multicellular organisms? In unicellular organisms, reproduction occurs by the division of the entire cell. The mode of reproduction in unicellular organism can be fission, budding, etc. Whereas in multicellular organisms, specialized reproductive organs are present. Therefore, they can reproduce by complex reproductive methods such as vegetative propagation, spore formation, etc. In more complex multicellular organisms such as human beings and plants, the mode of reproduction is sexual reproduction. So these are the modes of reproduction different in unicellular and multicellular organisms. Question number 22. How does reproduction help in providing stability to population of species? So it is but obvious what is the importance of reproduction we have seen. For continuity of life, reproduction is necessary, and hence reproduction is important to stabilize the population. So living organisms reproduce for the continuation of a particular species. It helps in providing stability to the population of species by producing a new individual that resembles the parent. This is the reason why cats give birth to only cats or dogs give birth to only dogs. Therefore, reproduction provides stability to population of dogs or cats or any other species. Question number 23, I think it is last question. What could be the reasons for adopting contraceptive methods? Contraceptive methods are mainly adopted because of the following reasons: to prevent unwanted pregnancies, to control population rise or birth rate, to prevent the transfer of sexually transmitted diseases. So this is the end of this exercise and in-text questions. We have discussed, I have tried to discuss it in detail. I hope you have understood this chapter. Here we have completed our first term syllabus. Our whole first term syllabus has been completed at this juncture. Now it is up to you. Keep revising all the chapters. All the chapters are available on YouTube. You have to go through these all chapters so that you can understand it better. The very beneficial part of this video lecture is all these lectures are available on YouTube. So whenever you want to revise, you can revise as it is lecture again and again. Teacher is teaching you again, and you will feel that teacher is teaching you again and again. So take benefit of this facility and try to get ready for examination. Now, as far as school opening is concerned, whenever school will open, that time we will try to revise it, but it will be in haste. Now you can understand the situation, so accordingly be ready for your examination. Probably as soon as school reopens, our examination, first term examination, may start directly. So don't waste your time, invest your time and be ready for next lecture. Let us see what next we can do it possible. Till that time, thank you very much. I will announce one special announcement for you. Till that, have a good day. Bye bye.